Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to another video. I have an update on physical therapy, and that is that I'm going to be extending it. Well, my therapist is going to be extending it through at least the end of November. So 2 weeks longer than anticipated. But honestly, I'm not all that mad about it, because if he thinks that's what I need, then that's what I need. I'm going to trust that he has the best interest in mind for me, and if that means I need to stay in physical therapy longer than we thought, then that's okay, because if it's helping, which I truly believe that it is, because I've noticed some small improvements, like I can use my left knee to go up the stairs. I can lead with my left knee. Before, it would have to be my right knee, and I couldn't skip stairs, or one after the other. It was step up, then step up, then step up. So now I can use my left leg, and it doesn't hurt anymore. So that's a good sign for me. But yeah, I mean, there is the chance that he could extend it beyond the end of November, and I'm just going to have to trust him, and I do. He makes me feel really comfortable with him and what he's working on me with, and I trust his judgment. So we're just going to keep going at it. Do I wish that cerebral palsy was as easy as, well, we have you scheduled for 10 visits, that's all you're going to need, and maybe some cases of cerebral palsy that will fix the issue at hand, but for me it's not. And cerebral palsy kind of never quits, and you never really know what's next. One issue being fixed could then, even though it's fixed, lead to an issue that you didn't anticipate being, because you fixed the problem that was hiding that one. So you never know. You could open up a can of worms. And I just want to be the best version of myself that I can be. So if physical therapy helps me do that, then bring it on. And I don't know what the best version of myself is. I'm still trying to reach it. So I don't know where my ceiling is with cerebral palsy either. You have to keep working at it and see where it takes us. And thankfully now I have the guidance of a physical therapist to get me to where I want and need to go, and to lead a productive life and to be the most mobile that I can be. I still don't know when exactly I'm going to see if I need new braces. Again, the choices are either getting them repadded if that's what they decide, or getting a new set of braces. And I do hope that it is the new set of braces, especially if there is a different type of brace that could help benefit me more than my current pair. I've had my current pair for over a decade, and maybe it's time to get a new model. And I bring up my braces too because if I'm still in therapy and I hope that I am, honestly, if I'm still in therapy when I get my new braces, my therapist can help me, guide me through the break-in period, to make sure that the red marks that are only supposed to be there for half an hour are only there for half an hour, and that they're giving me the proper support, and they are what's best for me. And yes, I can make some judgment calls on that myself, but to have a professional who's worked with people who wear leg braces like me tell me that yes, this is good for you, then that's what I want to hear. And I'm sure they will work together to understand what works best for me. So yeah, physical therapists are going to help through that transition, and that's going to make it a lot easier than just trying to do it on my own at home if, therapy was to end sooner, because I could get new braces. I could go get fit for new braces within a couple weeks or a couple months. I really don't know. The prescription was just sent through, so I'm not even sure that they have it yet. So it's kind of the luck of the draw as to when I get my new braces. But, therapy, it's beneficial to me. I'm sure if anyone out there has ever had physical therapy, you know that it can be beneficial. There are days when it's very hard, like today. We worked a lot on balance and core strength, and I was sweating a lot, but I didn't look at that again as a bad thing. That to me meant that I was working, I was getting work done. I was working on myself. But that doesn't mean it's easy, but necessary. And I understand better now that how much more necessary it is than when I was 13 years old and being told to go to physical therapy. I believe at that time at least twice a week, but maybe 3 times a week. So I'm much more appreciative of Greg and what he's helping me to accomplish. So I'll keep you updated. But I also, in this video, wanted to talk about a couple of new and cool things that are happening in life. So this Saturday, I am going to attempt a 3K. By the time you see this, I will have already completed it. Well, hopefully completed it. So you'll have to wait till the next video to know the results. But honestly, I'm not worried about finishing the 3K. A 3K is 1.9 miles. What I'm really looking to do is just improve upon my mile. We walked a mile and less than a mile and a quarter. It was a little over a mile, but if I can walk a mile and a quarter to a mile and a half relatively comfortable, I'm not going to say I'm not going to be sweating or that it's going to be easy, but if I can walk, between a mile and a half, or a mile and a quarter and a mile and a half, relatively okay, then to me, that is just telling me, you are improving, and that's what I want to be. I want to be improving. And this is going to be a real test of that, because with physical therapy and exercise, I just kind of want to see where I'm at. I'm not trying to overdo it, trying to go from a mile to almost 2 miles. Might be a little bit much. So I just want to see improvement is what I'm looking for. So this video will go out on Tuesday. So Thursday's video will be an update on that. But today something really cool also happened that I really wasn't expecting over Facebook. So I come home from physical therapy and I have a message request on Facebook. And a lot of times you're like, who's messaging me? So I look at it, and this gentleman introduces himself, and he says that he is a neurologist from Canada who works with people with cerebral palsy. And he had found me through my YouTube, and he thought I was really interesting, and he thought, my channel was really cool, and he just wanted to hear my experiences about cerebral palsy. So of course I said yes, because that's exactly what this channel is aimed to do. I want to create an open dialogue and conversation, not only about my experiences specifically, but just as with cerebral palsy as a whole. So he asked if he could talk to me, and we did talk through message for, I want to say, about a half an hour. He was asking me questions about how my CP affects me, my type of CP, and he was very respectful. He made me feel really comfortable. He made me feel kind of important because, he said something really nice to hear. He said, I'm a medical expert, but you're the real expert because you live with cerebral palsy. And I think that is true. You can study cerebral palsy, but there are so many personal experiences that go along with CP because no two cases, even amongst the same type that are the same, cerebral palsy is damage to the brain, and that creates a very wide range of effects and how it affects us at different stages in life, and just arms, hands, legs, you just never know, and you can't make any blanket assumptions about CP. So it was really cool to hear, like, hey, I think your experiences are valuable, and he even said that he would share some of my videos with his students. So he, it was kind of really flattering to think that I was important enough to share to his students, and I guess sometimes I don't fully understand the reach and the scope of my videos, and who reaches them, but that's exactly why I do this, because I never know who I'm going to reach, but I always hope that I reach the people that I am supposed to, So, yes, again, thank you, David, for that experience. It was a pleasure, and I really appreciate it. But, again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Share it with somebody that you think may enjoy it. Comment down below. Talk to me in the comments if you have any questions. I do want to again remind all of my wonderful viewers that I do host, or co-host rather, a radio show on Saturdays on Facebook Live and letgoradio.net. It is the CP Chronicles with Kyle and Christina. Christina and I both have cerebral palsy, and we just like to share our experiences, and you get really two different sides of how cerebral palsy affects that experience. So please tune in. I say a lot. The 31st, rather, because you'll see this after, is going to be me talking about my advocacy work, but the thing that I love about Facebook Live is that you can go back and watch it. So if that's something that interests you, please go to our page, the CP Chronicles with Kyle and Christina. We go live on Facebook Saturdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, or again on letgoradio.net. I will include a link to Let Go Radio in the description below. I will also include a link to our Facebook page if you would like to join our Facebook family. Sorry for the self-promo, and I will see you in the next video.